Greetings and salutations. Welcome, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, one and all. My name is Michael. I am the Dead Aussie Gamer, and welcome to Dungeons and Dragons 5th Edition, Curse of Strahd. Joining me today are, of course, my wonderful Patreons who support the channel and allow me to continue doing this awesome thing called gaming. For you, fine people at home to watch and enjoy and interact and drop Elder Brain Dragons on, because that's just how we do. Thank you so much. Now, a real quick shout out, of course, to our sponsors, because we have a great many of these wonderful people who support our channel. Now, these sponsors, of course, allow us to continue to make shows as well as make them to the best of quality. Thank you to, of course, Hero Forge for these wonderful artworks you will see during the course of the game and on stream. They are, honestly, Hero Forge is one of the best tools not only for 3D printing models, but also being able to actually create very vivid and amazing artworks for whatever campaign or game you happen to be in. I know that not any of my campaigns that I currently run look quite right without my own Hero Forge portraits smiling back at me. It's very, very cool, and you can make some really cool things. Thank you, Malakisa, coming in hard, coming in strong. I think I know exactly where that's going, so I will apply that in a moment. But but moving right along, thank you again to another one of our sponsors, which is of course Sirenscape, who allow us to sound really, really awesome. Thanks to their amazing software filled with a sound library of sounds and musics. And thank you to Fantasy Grounds for our VTT of choice, which you will watch us playing in the background throughout today's game. So, yeah, enjoy all of these things. Now, as we kick off, let's meet the cast and the crew of this wonderful adventure, starting, of course, with none other than Kyle from Play Nerd Allies. G'day, Kyle. How you doing?
Oh, you know, living the dream, doing all the things.
Nice.
I'm very excited to be here at, for next week especially, because then I won't have to get up at 7 o'clock because the clock's changed. It's going to be fabulous.
That does sound fabulous. Speaking of fabulous, tell us about your character that you're going to be playing today.
So Ipsilis was a Simic hybrid reskin from down in the Nine Hells. And then he sort of ripped the soul out of a Dracolich and turned into a human. So,
well, that's not quite how it went. You died and got resurrected.
There's
can we emphasize the fact that that Ipsilis died trying to tear the soul out of a Dracolich and then cast resurrection on himself, which is why all the modifications for the systemic hybrid weren't carried over with the resurrection.
So I mean, to hear my fruit babies tell it, I just ripped the soul out of a Dracolich and then changed.
No, Mama died. Mama disappeared and abandoned us in a bush and then died.
Huh. Well, I'm totally unaware of that. I don't remember dying.
And how are you finding your newfound skin?
It's very smooth. Very nice.
Very true.
There's but I can't run up walls anymore.
It's true. It's true.
So
and I have to use this leave-in conditioner now that I don't have quills instead of like hair. Like, ugh, it's a whole thing. Amazing.
Trouble walking in general.
All right, next up on our big list is, of course, another wonderful streamer. This is, of course, our dear and old friend, Immersion Diversion, otherwise known as Neil, playing the role of Vigag. G'day, Neil. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Hello. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. Tell us about Vigag.
Yes, I play Vigag, the Wizard Goliath, and I'm currently in search for my last student, as well as ways to defeat Strahd. But a lot of stuff happens in a lot of ways we can't do it.
Your fridge checklist must look really interesting. Woke up this morning, find students, kill Strahd, buy milk.
Buy milk. Buy new spell book, yeah.
Got the drink poison bit.
Avoid druids at all costs.
Test poison berries. Yeah, that's it. Awesome. Well, hopefully you'll be able to check a few things off those lists as we continue. Moving right along, another person with a bone to pick with Strahd. Get it? Because you're looking for Argenvast's skull, and you have to take it from Strahd. So you literally got a bone to.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. I thought explaining it might make it funnier. So anyway, joining us, of course, is none other than the Iron Ghost Gamer himself, Charles, playing the role of Argento, the Dragonborn Paladin.
Yes. I do have a bone to pick. I like that. Very good.
I will pick all the bones.
I've got lots of things to do. Bones to pick, calendars to make. It's going to be
Goals to
rough
crush.
after we kill this guy. Very busy.
Nice. I love it. I love it.
There's a little slave fighting trade going on in the church. It's going to be nice. You just come back to Barovia when I'm done.
It's just
I'll
this.
never leave.
It's just your name in fire. Argento, and then like halfway through, it's like Jin is spelt with like an I in the middle, and then you've like crossed it out, and then it's this Y, and then
Yes.
amazing.
It's not going to be much different than it is now. It's just going to be cooler in some ways.
Exactly, much cooler. Next up, playing the fancy and free-spirited Demiro is none other than the fancy and free-spirited friend of mine, Tim. Hello, Tim.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm going well.
You look
It's,
cold.
yeah, it's quite early in the morning here. So.
Is it chilly?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's. I don't think I've ever seen you wear a jumper.
Well, that's what
maybe
a jumper
We
is.
just didn't look.
No, I mean I've seen you wear like a pajama onesie, but I've never seen like I don't know. I don't know how I feel about looking at you rugged up. It looks like you've just abandoned society and started like lumberjacking in Canada.
Is that better?
Yes.
Yeah,
He's
much
not
better,
used
much
to this
better.
12
It's
degree
like we're
weather.
coming to you from the South Pole. I tried to
It's
take
pretty
a
close.
I tried to take a piss, but you know it froze.
It throws up the window.
Yeah, that happens.
Amazing. Tell us about Demiro.
He is quite whimsical. Enjoys a good laugh, keeping spirits up, and making sure that everyone sort of gets through things. Maybe not entirely intact, but at least one way or another, dead or alive. Yeah.
less disassembled than they might otherwise be.
Yeah, if he can help it. But otherwise, he's always on the lookout for a good adventure or a good yarn with maybe a green hag or a banshee.
That is true. That's true. Demiro has gotten around a little bit. Very nice, very nice. And with Demiro keeping spirits up, there is another character traveling with the group that intends to keep spirits down, and that is, of course, Esther. Now, I mean, like putting spirits, like ghosts and stuff down, not like being like a downer, but like it's because you exercise things and you're like.
Oh, that's
Bad
to be very
ghosts.
hurt. My goodness. I'm doing my best over here. I'm trying to keep the spirits up, but I guess I understand what you mean now.
Yeah. But then, Baron Samedi comes in and says, I heard you've been keeping spirits up. What's up with that?
Well,
Esther, of course, our wonderful changeling cleric, being played by the wonderful McKinley, a.k.a. McBluff, a.k.a. Mac, as we like to call them here. And yeah, you've had a very interesting journey. Tell us a little bit about Esther, please.
a little bit. Okay. Well, she started out before we got to Barovia, just kind of generally traveling, and then we were all kind of together and just like, oh, we're gonna go find these Vistani people. Why is there mist? Why are we? Oh no, we're in a nightmare realm. I see what is happening. I'm not appreciating this moment. So now, after months of being here, her goal is just everyone seems not hopeless, just content with being miserable. She's like, how about not? So just doing what you can, and hopefully something works out at the end.
Hopefully, indeed. All right. Well, I think that brings us now up to speed. Guys, the last thing we have to say is that if you are watching the show and you quite enjoy what it is we do here, then please consider participating and playing with us behind the GM screen. There are a number of ways that you could support the channel and, of course, have strange and wonderful things happen during the course of the game, such as, of course, our dear Malakisa has already shown. For $5, you can award either my heroes a hero point, these little red markers you can see next to their names, or next to their portraits. Our hero points they can use to stave off death, petition the GM for random stuff, or get advantage on particular rolls. Meanwhile, you can also give me Jinx points, these little purple bad boys here. And what they can basically do the opposite. They can negate hero points, they can allow me to make monsters tougher, meaner, nastier, and all that sort of stuff. And then for $10, you can grant one of the players, or the GM, a wheel or woe. Wheels are used by the individual you've given it to basically act as a superhero point. They allow the world to change in a way that helps the group or otherwise benefits them. A woe is basically the opposite. Something terrible aligns in the fates and things go horribly wrong. For $20, you can give someone a nat 20, which of course you can see are the golden markers that are around here. Because why roll a nat 20 when the audience can just give you one? And then for $50, we can create a custom magic item or a boss buff. Now, a boss buff is basically where we just, kind of boost up and make stronger one of the enemy encounters. A magic item can be either something already existing in D&D or a homebrew one. Audience member's choice. For the secret menu, which of course is a secret. Off the secret menu, anyone who orders this time, we do have a pre-locked and loaded boss monster ready to go, armed and dangerous. So that is what we have lined up there. So I think that covers everything, guys. So without any further ado, also channel points. Don't forget channel points. Check them out. We have channel points because if you don't have the money, that's okay. We are a loving place. We are a welcoming place. We want to welcome you here to just, chill, relax, and unwind. And if you don't want to spend money doing that, don't worry. Check out the channel points. Just watch us do stuff and then get these rewards. Forget about it. All right, let's keep going. Forget about it. Okay. So anyway, let us begin. Our journey returns once again to the sordid lands of Barovia. The wind whistling and the sounds of the corvids calling against the moonlight. We return to find our heroes leaving the Burgomeister's mansion from the village of Barovia. Beaten, battered, cut and gouged, our heroes' battle against the dreaded Slayer left them weary and worn. Leaving the creature behind, standing, though dead, the journal in Ipselis's hands and the picture that had fallen out tell a horrific story. But, for the time being, as you find yourself gasping for air outside of the Burgomeister's house, we turn to our players and find out what they would like to do from this point. Right now they have many choices in front of them. To return to Vallaki and try to liberate Vigag's student from the clutches of an Elderbrain dragon. To go to Castle Ravenloft itself and mount an attack against Strahd and rescue Sir Tem, the gnomish paladin who's still, perhaps, lying somewhere beneath the castle's foundations. Or to journey in search of Morden Kanan, the mad wizard that you have a particular package to deliver to. I believe... and of course, within Castle Ravenloft as well, is none other than the head of Argynvast, the progenitor of Argento's namesake, and the paladin order to which he serves. The head of Argynvast needs to be liberated, and it is up to you to do so. So... Oh, and Irina. Yes, also they kidnapped a go. Thank you.
Don't forget her. Miss December.
Yes, Mac.
I actually have something I wanted to do while we're still in the. Oh yeah, the music.
Oh, right. Thank you. Yes, you can get music.
Yeah.
There you go.
While we were still in the Burgermeister's manor, if possible. It's so we are unsure exactly what has happened, but we just see that there's this, I believe it was this relentless killer who, even after dropping to, even though it should be dead, just is still there. We just have been able to kind of contain it for a bit. But kind of at least piecing together a part of the story that something has happened to transform a being. You're not certain what this being is. I want to try to use one of my wheels and, if necessary, one of my hero points to basically meld Vigog's stasis, the Fey presence he has, and my memory magic. Because the whole idea, so the old man described memories as fog or mist, and in Fey myths, fog is seen as a gateway to their world. So I wanted to try to basically approach this creature, not fully understanding what it is, to try to reach out to it and basically use its memories as a gateway to a place of comfort for it, and then use the stasis that Vigog put on it to basically put its active mind in a sort of kind of fugue state, a calm state, until we can get help for it. So bringing it to its place of comfort through the magics of the idea of the fog and the stasis for now.
All right. The merger of spells I love. I love the idea. I think it's quite solid. I will allow you to do this with the wheel that you have been given by Malakisa. What I will say is this. What you basically are able to do here is you're able to clear some of that fog and make it kind of focus. What is your intention by trying to, obviously, aid this creature?
The thing that we understand about this creature is that the idea of what it is something built, transformed, and forged to protect people against its own reason, against any heeding of what others say. And at this point, we may not have the power to make it listen to us, but at least to put it in a state where it doesn't feel like everything's about to attack its people, where it feels the sense that it can rest, at least. Because the only thing that we know to stop it is to trap it for some time. So giving it a state of calm, even if it's just a sense of stasis or ennui. Reaching out to it as best I can, even if I can't make it know that it's me, just let it know that it can rest almost like a statue for a bit.
Okay. All right. I would like for you to make me an Arcana check.
Okay. Also, would that have required one of my hero points? Is it's memory magic too, or just the wheel?
No, just the wheel.
Okay. May I use my hero point for this check?
You may, yes.
Okay. Or
Yeah.
do I roll that after? Let me get to Arcana first.
You can roll it after if you like, before you know the result, obviously.
Okay, let me roll that and then I'll see what I want to do. May I?
You will take the higher if you choose to reroll.
Okay, may I use my hero point?
Sure.
Thank you.
No.
Oh no.
I think the 13's gonna stay. Ow.
All right. As you cast out your magics towards the creature, you take some herbs and various mixtures and add it to your hand. You kind of use the friction and warmth of your hand to kind of ignite the fire, ignite a small ember in your hand. And as you begin to cast your spell, this kind of aroma begins to waft outwards and into the actual building. As this happens, the mind fog starts to clear. And you watch as the large statuesque humanoid creature with bulging muscles and what looks to be an Iron Maiden's helmet lodged in and screwed into its skull, seems to kind of go on alert for a moment. It reaches out for something that it can't seem to grab at, once again revealing the massive hole between its lungs and chest that was blown into it, by you guys. As it takes a few moments, it reaches and once again tries to grab at something in the mist, but doesn't. It just sort of freezes and stops. It seems to be still. As it looks around, you watch as it seems to have a sense of recognition. It picks up what looks to be a small wooden bird that is carved and put on one of the mantelpieces by the fire. And it stands, simply staring deeply, deeply at the wooden object.
Gonna sort of look at everyone like, what's it doing?
Esther is going to shape change back into the form that you all are probably most familiar with.
What?
We are most familiar with. Slowly. And she's just going to turn and say, for the time being, it's in a place of temporary peace, or at least content anyway. For now, it's going to stay focused on that until we can get help for whatever they are, whatever it is.
I can take a look at the journal and see if I can find a way to reverse it. Maybe make it always calm,
Oh,
if you'd like.
yeah, this thing here.
These, I think that Esther was the one who had made the check to know what it was initially before the journal. So she's going to kind of explain. This creature is essentially from an old ritual where people would transform themselves to protect their homes or their people at the cost of their rational mind, the cost of who they were. They become what they need to be to save others. They become blind.
As you say this, Ipsilis just sort of goes quiet, and it's a very sort of introspective moment for him as he contemplates his own childhood in the hells, and in this new body starts looking at what he, not necessarily what he sacrificed, but what was taken from him as a child, and what it truly looks like to be able to see himself as he was when he was first taken there, before the years and years of torture and fighting and murdering all of his friends.
No, you're good.
Sorry for bringing down the party.
I thought you were about to talk. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Maybe someone volunteered for Ipsilis, so Ipsilis got a volunteer. So maybe this might be one of the townspeople.
Well, he was obviously looking for some way to help, I guess.
We should try to find Ipsilis then, or not.
I mean the
Yeah, I'm like,
He's right
I'm right here.
Should try to find Ismark.
Right, yeah.
Well, yeah. The strange thing is the only task that we actually left him with was rebuilding the church, and he didn't even manage that.
Maybe he's still at the church. Even though it's burned down, he could just be searching for something to help, maybe.
I'm gonna I look at Demir and just kind of thinking to myself to say, no, we left him with the town to run. We left him with the with the
He
obligation
left it
to.
with the town to run, but he had no purpose and no drive and no desire to do any of it. So the first thing we gave him was, well, you can rebuild the church as a sign to the town that you're here to lead it, which he agreed to.
Yeah, he got. Didn't he like feel weak after he lost Arena?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which we still haven't managed to get back yet. Crap. It's been quite a long time.
We did try.
We,
Oh, Lord.
well,
The bride's bedroom was not where we expected it to be.
Yeah. That's how we met you, Ipsilis. We ended up, and then I tell him about the room with the portal that sent us across Barovia.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. We thought there were riddles.
You know that.
There were okay. There were riddles leading, telling us what each colored portal did, and we thought it mentioned a wife or a bride.
Oh.
So we thought that that's what was happening because we thought that Strahd might have had Irina captured because of that. So we went through the portal and
All right, because Strahd is lonely. Is that why you thought that?
Well,
I mean,
we had heard that Irina sort of looks like his bride who is dead.
Yeah, actually, there was someone who told us this. Well, yeah, maybe this is the best spot to do it. Gonna take out Murray at some point.
oh no.
oh.
He's the one who told us. He's the one who has all the knowledge. That Demir doesn't like him though. Demir is just ready to.
Murray's the reason we're here.
But whenever we find a spot, I don't know if we were doing it here or there, I would pull out Murray, just be like, hey, we need to talk. Whenever that would be.
Murray's lost for words.
All right. Reaching into your bag, you take firm hold of your disembodied friend, and he turns and says, "Aha! I knew you would return. It is I, Murray, Lord of the Skull."
My lord.
Yes, that will suffice as well. You may call me Lord.
That blank stare you held for a solid 10 seconds, Tim, was beautiful.
Yes, you cannot turn your gaze away, for I am mighty. Yeah.
God. Murray, are you going to be useful this time? Or
What do you mean
should we
this
put you
time?
back
How
in the
rude
bag?
of you! I have been useful every time.
Been more useful as a chamber pot. Yes.
Oh yes, like you know how to use a chamber pot, you wild savage.
Yes, yes.
Murray, you've been useful once, and now you're letting it go to your head.
Well, all it can go is to my head. I imagine Demiro just have this one ashamed giggle. He's like, "Damn it."
So Murray, can you tell our friend here about your theory on Irina and why Strahd was maybe interested in her?
Okay, well, where to start with this one? Well, what do you know of the evil Count Strahd?
I know that Count Strahd is evil and a count.
Yeah,
Good.
Look at you through mirrors, so you can practically see everything in Barovia.
Yes. But did you know that this power to observe Barovia was never his own? It was something borrowed by someone far greater, far more special to Strahd than any mere witch or werewolf.
Really?
Yes. You see, a long time ago, back when I had a body. You know, maybe, actually, you know what? Maybe if I had a body, it would jog my memory. In fact,
It wasn't even
I
that
could have
long
gone
ago
for
when
a
you had your
jog.
body. I think, didn't we fight you when you had a body?
Yeah, but you know, I mean, like what's a few cuts and bruises between friends? You could return my body. Or find me a new one. Kill that guy. Hey, buddy!
Hey, body.
Pay attention.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yes, I got distracted. Now, the great Count Strahd was never as cold and evil as he is now. No, in fact, there was one who had melted such an icy heart. A woman that had captured his attention. Strahd would spend many hours staring upon her visage. And if not upon her visage, he would gaze into the mirrors and other reflective surfaces in hopes of catching a glimpse of the love and the beauty in which the moon itself got jealous. You know, some poetic shit. Shut up. Anyway,
So he's Lord Stalker, then, is what you're saying.
so anyway, Strahd has been forlorn at the loss of his love for so long. His heart has grown cold. But, you see, it is a belief that once past, true love shall reunite those with it burning in their heart. So the Lady Irina, a rumor is that she is Strahd's true love reborn, and he wishes to wed her yet again.
Oh dear.
Dun dun dun! Hold on one second. Where is it?
He's gonna just smash his face to hit the button.
Okay. Oh, this is giving me a headache. Okay, cool. One more time. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Oh my.
Mary, when'd you get a stream deck in my bag? What are you doing? in there?
What's
Look, I
happening?
have nothing but time and herbs. And if any if any 20-year-old wife of a very rich person who bought a tiny trinket shop on the beachside fronts can ever tell you is that as long as you have free will, time, and herbs, you can do literally anything. And
Why
crystals.
is this what you want to do? You could have left us. Like, why are you putting stream decks in my bag?
Barry, do you know someone named Human?
Do I know someone named He-Man?
Human.
Human. I mean, I'm looking at a human.
True.
Wow, it got really quiet here. You all really, you have no problem walking, traipsing through the woods, slashing and spilling blood, and watching the entrails of like werewolves spill upon the ground. But you mentioned, oh no, Strahd has a lover. Oh, he's feeling romance. How dare he? And now you're all fucking quiet. Weird.
So
I don't
Question
know
me-
these people. I don't know what's going on right now. It sounds very, very strange.
You
to
sound
me.
like you could use a strong ale.
I
we
mean,
probably go get a
yes.
I have been
Always.
fermenting something in Esther's
What
bag.
are you doing in my bag?
Go.
beer.
Whatever I've been doing, it's strong shit.
Ugh.
We always knew you were full of crap, Murray.
Oh,
Right.
I'm
I'm
That's a
gonna
good
look
one.
and I'm like, Murray, I'd like to see what you've been creating in said bag. Do show us.
Oh, okay. Yes. Here, let me get it.
Now, we did actually have another destination that we were heading to. This seeing Ismark was actually a stop off.
Yeah, I do. I do want to make sure that we do go visit with the person down by the river. I think that's going to be important. Yes, where is this fabulous concoction of yours?
It's on there. It's on the ground. I spat it on the floor. Try some.
What do I see?
You see a small bottle. It's probably got enough for like a shot in it. Like, you know those those drinks they have in bar fridges in hotels? It's like literally a glass bottle of like
nice.
that.
I'm gonna like just pick it up, open it, and like sniff it a little bit and just see what it smells like.
Make a survival
Constitution check to die. Survive. You're just gonna die. Like, you don't survive the smelling this thing. Absolutely. I'm here for it. All right, survival. Let's see how I do. 14.
It's fruit punch.
Ooh, I do love a good fruit punch. I'm just gonna swig it.
As you do so, your tiny fruit babies just stare at you aghast.
Why? They've eaten other fruit. You've done it before. Don't get judgy with me, little ones.
How did it taste?
It's reminiscent of many of the interesting concoctions down in the hells. There was a space in Avernus in particular that we used to visit. They would ferment breadfruit in the blood of larvae, and it seems very, very, very similar.
Well, I could see exactly why. You see, every time a fly comes in and tries to lay eggs in some of Esther's food, I squeeze the juices out of the maggots, and I've been fermenting bits of fruit in it. It's made quite a potent concoction.
Can Esther's bag become not in game a separate magic item? It's just Esther's bag with a talking skull.
Esther's
Yes.
is a greenhouse. It's
Yes,
the green
there's now Esther's bag. All it does is it contains this annoying talking skull. No matter how much you throw the skull away, it always spawns in the bag again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
Okay,
the
cool.
same.
No.
Makes 1 liter of toilet wine every day.
Yes.
You to enjoy on your trip.
Leather bag wine.
Don't be hating. Well, I have been as useful as I can be. So I'm going to go back into my... What? Yes. Hello.
Yes, hello. Hi.
Hi.
Just one last note. I'm going to check my coin purse because I remember last time I took like 3 coins out of it.
What?
Check my coin purse.
Your coin purse is missing 1 silver and 2 copper pieces.
Oh, no.
So she's just going to kind of be calculating her head. All right, so that was 3 gold pieces, 2 copper, 2 silver, 1 copper. Okay. Well, Murray, I do have to say that debts are very important to keep up. And if too much of what is in my coin purse goes missing, I don't think you will like the consequences.
Oh, don't worry, I'll get you. I just left my wallet in my other pair of pants.
I think very strangely. Well, you will figure out what I mean by that soon enough if this continues. So you know what? Have a good rest for now, Mary.
Thank you.
Into the bag.
Thank you.
It's really weird. They still try to threaten me, even though it's like, what are you going to do? Kill me? I mean, come on. Just...
I have a certain idea, but it only matters if he keeps taking my money.
Oh my god.
Very well. Did you just get a gifted sub? Thank you, Tim, for gifting a sub to this guy who's a Patreon who doesn't sub. I get it. It's fine. Clearly not good enough. Whatever.
I'm like, no, you will never be. I want you to know that.
Oof.
All right.
I love you, Dad.
All right. So, there you go. You've got some information. Where would you like to go to next? What is the suggestion? What is the direction? Actually, before we move on, I want to touch base with Argento. Argento, there's a lot of stuff going on. Tell us, what's going through Argento's head right now as the group is talking to Mari, finding out more about this creature?
He's trying to remain like he's really, he's all right, but he's secretly dying over here because I'm really almost dead. But I'm just trying to play it cool and just be like, yeah, let's do that, guys. But I'm like feeling that I'm coughing out blood.
That's true. You've got like 9 hit points left.
But yeah, ultimately, I'm just kind of, I guess I'm just kind of waiting around to see what decision will ultimately be made and then be prepared to sort of, hopefully in the meantime, maybe do some healing somewhere along the line. Because if we get into a skirmish now, I'm pretty much on my last dragon scale here, if you want to put it that way.
All right. Yes, very well. I also think your mic's doing that like auto adjusting level thing again.
See if I can get that.
That's okay.
So as I look around, do I see like sort of, because it's never my first instinct to heal people. There is but
I don't think it's your 7th instinct to heal people.
It's not. I just assume that they will take care of themselves, and that if they need something from me, they will ask.
Yeah, I'm kind of playing it cool, I'm trying to be like,
okay,
like I'm good over here. It's so good.
I'm good.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
All right.
I
Esther?
think it's more fear. Let's put it that
We can
way.
clearly see the blood, can't we?
Oh yeah, absolutely. He was chopped
Like-
by he was chopped by a sword the size of an ironing board. I mean, like.
I feel like he's just like
Same.
folding his arms just specifically over the cut in a strange
I
angle.
feel like him holding his arms together is kind of him just holding both halves to stop from ripping in two. Like he's just like, yep, as long as my arms stay here, I'll be okay. As soon as I let them go, though, I'm a banana. Like,
Pretty much.
Esther will walk over and what spell is it called again? I don't think I have cure wounds up. I'll use a healing word rather. It's not much.
every time
Oh,
someone
I
uses healing
forgot that.
words, every time someone
I
uses
forgot
healing words instead of cure wounds, all I can think of is someone going up to someone and saying, "Suck it up."
Hey, how far is it into down?
I'm
Like
so
you haven't
sorry, I
actually
thought it
healed them.
was-
Like you've just, come on, suck it. Just
I forgot whenever I was messing with Fantasy Ground that it kind of jumbled everything. I'm sorry. So I wasn't sure if I had cure wounds or not. But since I don't see it, I'll use healing word instead.
Very well.
Sorry
All right.
about that.
No, that's fine. You've got plenty of time to heal and rest up your wounds. As you do so, you discuss your next point of call. All right. Do we want to do this as a vote, or do we want to simply make the decision?
Well, this was actually a stop off on the way to our next place, which we had already decided on.
So you guys were heading
Actually
to
remember what it was
you guys were
anymore.
heading to the river's edge, where you were hoping to go and speak with somebody who claimed themselves to be Mordenkainen, aka the Mad Wizard.
Yep.
All right. Very well then. Also, thank you so much for all the bits. You guys, so nice. You're nice. Thank you, DM Stretch, Play Nerd Ally, and Tim Scott.
On the way on the way to that destination, my level 5 spell that I took was Awaken, so that I can actually give the fruit babies an intelligence of 10 and a language.
Oh,
I mean, if you must. Are we awakening? Are we awakening the fruit babies?
I feel like it's time.
it's time.
It's time for them to grow up.
I think we should.
But
do
it
this for a short
is.
rest.
It is.
All right. Now I'm gonna call a timeout here, mostly because I know that we're obviously playing on stream, and I know that we're keeping doing stuff. But I always have a philosophy, and that is if another player does something to impact another player's, I guess, canon or story, we do want to check in just to make sure that everything is okay. So, Kyle, are you okay with the concept and storyline of the awakening of the fruit babies, given that they are a big part of what you're making for your character?
So I feel like you all know me well enough to know that I will only ever say no to anything. That I don't like playing D&D, and that I hate everyone and all interesting ideas. So, but I'm gonna go against the grain this time and try a new thing and say yes is what I'm gonna do.
They're gonna become fruit teens.
Yes. Fruit tweens. It's fruit tweens.
Fruit
They're gonna.
tweens. All right.
Oh my god! I'm gonna have a
Become
boy
twins.
banner on my shoulder.
With the bully children in Valaki, they're gonna become friends with the kids.
Oh my god!
All right. So, first of all, I want to give a quick shout out and thank you to the guys who have started us on a hype train. Holy hell, guys! Karen and Tim, guys, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much, you crazy kooky kids. All right, so, oh my god, I feel like I have to turn these notifications off because they're pinging all the time. I'm just, and Ardana coming in with a raid. Hey guys, look, sorry, I'll give you more of a shout out in a second, but ladies and gentlemen, Ardana, wonderful streamer, wonderful performer. Go check them out. My name's Michael, Dead Aussie Gamer. We are about to awaken some demon fruit. So I will come back to. I will definitely come back to this, Ardana. Rest assured, I will come back to this. We've got a hype train going. We've got lots of stuff going on. All right.
Technically, I was actually the first person to speak with the original fruit monster that they got spawned from.
All right. Yes, there is truth to this.
I am. Yes, I'm going to. As Demiro begins to sort of like approach with this like sort of concept, I'm gonna turn to my fruit babies and I'm gonna pull out like the blood that I have from the planet, and just let me know whenever that runs out, because I imagine that probably the fruit babies aren't drinking that much of it, but they've done it a lot. So oh yeah, no, I still have my blood from the planet blood.
You kept your items when you died.
Yeah, look, that's probably run out by now. Like there are 3 of them. They are quite voracious. They do get larger every time they drink. So there is all that. Now, is this what happens to all the Mandy stickies from Coles? Yes, this is exactly what happens. Yes. All right, so here is how we're gonna do this. I'm going to be rolling up random personalities and alignments for each of these. Now, the fruit babies are a single entity, technically like a swarm hive mind. So by awakening them, they will only get 1 personality, though they will get perhaps 3 different voices of expression, okay? You will ultimately get to roll on that personality table, but we will find out what personality these guys are going to get. So.
Sorry, I'm just seeing myself on camera and realize that I have a massive cowlick. I'm like, oh, that's the thing that's happening.
Now you get to find out if your teen babies are going to hate you.
Oh no, I'm sure they will. They always do. They'll appreciate me later in life. Like they'll appreciate all of the blood.
As this is going on, I can just see myself looking over to Argento and just see it be like, just staunching.
Yeah, they'll remember. They're gonna remember later in life, like,
all right.
Oh, we got, Fruit Daddy did save us several times from imminent death.
All right. Let's see. I'm gonna combine these 2 here. So what I would like is, he's still healing.
No, that's me this time. I saw him doing it, which reminded me. Oh yeah, since we're taking a short rest while this is going on, and I'm just gonna heal myself too.
I'm just watching the chat just go. Meow. Anyway, so Tim, I need you to roll me a d6.
Oh no.
All right. Oh gosh.
We're not, Agent Jesse, we are clear. You're not allowed to eat sentient beings.
I know, that's what I said. It makes them harder to eat.
All
I
right.
hear their screams now.
Not harder,
Oh,
not
yeah,
harder.
too.
You just
All
ain't-
right.
you just ain't
Now,
thinking about
Ipselis,
it.
I need you to roll me a d6 as well.
Oh dear.
Well, now they could just tell you to stop.
Oh, a
Yeah.
1. Oh, a 1 and a
Alright.
2. I feel like that's not great.
Well, if it's just on a chart of things and it's just random
We
stuff,
got
like
inspiration.
could be alignment or whatever.
All right, here we go.
Oh God, my fruit baby. I'm like sort of holding them as best I can while this process is happening, sort of like
It takes
petting them.
a good 8 hours. So yeah.
I will absolutely be stroking my fruit babies for 8 hours, comforting them through this. What I imagine is going to be like, I mean,
It's
I
essentially
imagine
I'm
that this is going to
composing
be
I'm basically
They're
composing
ripening.
a ballad to these creatures.
All right.
So are
But
we
it's
all
It's the
watching
age of
this?
ripening.
it's not a ballad, it's a straight up opera.
All right.
Like
So
they-
I need someone in the audience. I need someone in the audience to roll me a d10, please.
Are we just watching this happen for the whole 8 hours? Or are we doing things? Or it's like we're just awestruck by the idea that we're about to make fruit babies sentient.
Yeah.
Wait,
I'm
it takes
sitting like Indian style, hands on the.
Yeah,
it takes 8 hours to
I
do.
just I'm just sort of rocking
It
back and
does
forth,
take
like
8
remember
hours,
that I love
and
you.
Wait, really?
I love you very much.
Yep, and
Oh,
it will involve
okay.
everyone. You all have to join in the dancing.
Okay.
Awesome.
I was like, 8 hours. That's a long rest. Oh no.
I'll never let anything
If
happen
we are
to you.
participating, Esther will participate, but she's going to probably be doing things besides that for the whole of the 8 hours.
Right.
Argento, you don't even need to heal. You can just sleep.
You just
Can I
run
play
and
like a
fall asleep.
tambourine or something? And in the backup, this will be great.
Yes,
All right. I need one more roll from the audience.
I just love that these things aren't aging; they're ripening.
Absolutely are. I love that like they're getting like shinier as we're watching. Like they're obviously they're beautiful. My fruit babies are beautiful. Crab
I think of
apple,
these things now.
banana splat, crab apple, and sour grapes. Like there's they are fantastic.
Now I can teach them either common, infernal, or sylvan. Which would you prefer?
I feel like infernal would be the
Okay.
thing because I speak infernal.
Okay, I'll give them.
We just all speak
as their
infernal in here.
one-
Just like,
their one language.
I can't. Wait.
the
can I?
mirror speaks infernal. Ipsilis and I was fruit baby speaks infernal. Esther speaks infernal. We're just like,
I'm the only one who can't speak infernal. Or
No.
Argento. I don't
I
know.
don't.
You just hear
Yeah.
everybody else hears us gossiping about the GOG.
I'll just speak in giant. You guys can't speak that, can you?
can you?
Oh.
Can you-
Oh.
Just kidding. I'll be like,
Okay.
Oh my God.
myself.
All right. You ready?
Okay.
So, your hive-minded fruit babies are chaotic evil.
Okay, that makes sense.
That's good. Yeah.
They
Expected.
are narrow-minded.
Oh no.
Oh,
They are self-sufficient.
They really
They-
are.
They are direct. And they have an ego of 8, which
How does
means
that mean?
that to compete against them or to like force them to do something that they don't want to do, you would need a check of 18 would be the target number to coerce them.
Oh damn.
To do
So
something
they
that
are they are
don't want to do.
very so
Very teen-like.
all right. Now as for
teenagers.
their personality, let's see. What
And are they considered like would I if I want to coerce them, would I be using like animal handling or
no. That
Persuasion
no longer
or-
works on them. They need diplomacy, intimidate, or bluff. Or persuasion to intimidate bluff.
Persuasion. Okay.
But that's to make them do
They are
something
going to
they
be
don't want
best
to
friends
do.
with the
Is
boys
that right?
in Balaki.
It's like fantasy imitating real
They're gonna
life.
form a
It's like
gang.
being a parent to teens. Clean your room. Take your toys from.
All right.
For babies at 2 a.m. looking for
Go to
beans.
the internet.
Okay. Now, to catch up. Sorry, guys. That did take a little bit. I was not prepared for awakening something, so now we've got all that sorted. The thing is, I'd much rather take a few moments to just get everything together than to, just rush into things. So here we go. Number one, I'd like to give a very special shout out and thank you to none other than Ardana. Thank you so much for being a wonderful human and coming and visiting us. Ladies and gentlemen, please go check out Ardana's channel. She is one of the big supporters of some absolutely fantastic people. So if you follow her, it means that you can find out, the people that are cool because they all know where Ardana is, and Ardana knows where they are. That's how we know what cool is nowadays. So go check out Ardana's channel. Lots of cool Minecraft videos, as well as D&D, and a bunch of cool stuff as well. And thank you to the community for the hype train with 7 gifted sub and 1,100 biddies. Thank you, Garge. You are wonderful. I greatly appreciate it. Now, I'm being messaged by my players in secret chats, which make me think that they don't want me to read these things. No, they're just talking about this thing. They're talking about languages. Yeah, okay, fine. Yeah, whatever. Clandestine talkings while I'm not looking. Grr. All right, anyway. So, 8 hours. Demiro begins the ritual. The magics begin to swirl and gather around and focus entirely upon these creatures. There's rising mist and magic that swirls around Demiro as he plays his instrument. You watch as these bolts of energy start to fly around them, and their eyes start to take a deeper, almost soulful kind of look. As this happens, their jaws begin to change. Their tongues almost kind of start to flick and move as if they're trying to speak. And all 3 of them immediately have their eyes darting in all directions. As this happens, they turn and they say, what language did you choose, by the way, for them to speak?
Infernal.
Infernal.
Da, krasnosis varkan iskor. Petotros kvirkana toskan. Per moto toshkin.
Who speaks Infernal?
I do.
Ah, kapitama taka. Ifo combo diva dawadok.
Oh,
Oh, Kyle. All right. So, those of you who speak Infernal, you understand this.
What is this feeling? Something is different. Yes, something has changed. I'm not sure what it is. This tall one, he casts magic on us. Yes, magic. What kind of magic have you cast upon us? Why are we like this?
You are now welcomed into the world.
Were we unwelcome before?
never my baby. So
That's the bearded one.
Come here, little one. I'm gonna grab some of the meat that's left in my bag, and I'm gonna just sort of hold it out for them. Are you hungry for your first meal as intelligent beings? Oh.
He speaks to us as if we are a child. We are not a child. I want something to eat. Shut up.
You do want something to eat, don't you? It's very nice.
You watch as the grape kind of moves forward to try and grab some food, but the crab apple turns and says,
You still have not answered us. Why have you done this?
Yeah, well, to give you agency in the world, I suppose. You've been traveling with us for quite some time. I think it's time for you to start truly understanding who you are. I've gone on a journey of self-discovery. I've changed and I've grown, and I think it's time for you to do the same.
Perhaps they're right. Perhaps we should go traveling, see the world, eat new people. This is not a terrible idea.
If you stay with us, though, there would be probably many people and creatures for you to eat. We do have a tendency to kill
Yes, but
lots.
this one eats fruit. I've seen him. He ate mum.
I don't know what he's saying, so I'm like, hey.
I don't have a middle finger, but rest assured it is pointing up at you.
Yet we have had many conversations with him about that, and he has chosen to not eat any more sentient fruit. We all learn and grow, is what we do.
Is that some kind of fruit pun?
No, it's
I
not.
like
You
fruit
see,
puns.
people, you like fruit puns, do you? Oh dear.
Did someone say fruit buns? No! Shut up!
Although fruit buns are very tasty.
They seem very excited to be alive.
Well,
Them
with my
joints.
I like to
intelligence,
imagine.
they're probably smarter than the dog now.
I
No!
think though it must have been exhausting. Gaining all those big braids. Here you are, and I'm just going to sort of set the meat down on the ground.
Maybe just a nibble. And he watches the grape walks across. Still, it makes no sense. Why?
Well, life very rarely does.
What
We
do
will
you all
discover that
think?
eventually.
Well,
I think we should make it on our own. We don't need
To
them.
be fair, you have survived through quite a lot up to this point.
We have.
More than most would expect you to have. So it only seems right that you can choose your future destiny now.
Did he say it
It's,
only
you-
seems
you-
ripe?
No, he didn't. Shut up.
You've certainly earned it.
They gather in a small huddle and begin to speak to one another. As they chitter and chatter, those who don't speak Infernal have no idea what's going on. Eventually, they turn around. All right. I'm going to let you guys decide what you would like them to do, and then we're going to make a persuasion roll just to see if obviously they're persuaded to stay with you. Otherwise, the other option is that they are thinking about going on a journey, on a quest, as it were. Unless anyone would like to do something else as well, then you may do so as well.
I would like to, as you know, as my babies are heading out into the world.
Sorry, who's heading out?
Murray
You
Pond.
let yourself out.
God damn it, Murray. Always destroying family moments.
You're a home wrecker, Murray.
There's I am going to look at them and be like, I feel like you need something that will help you understand the world. And I think you need something that will protect you.
A gun?
I don't know what that is exactly. Is it a kind of drink?
No, you put it in your mouth and you chew on it.
Oh, Yes, that sounds like a tasty food. We shall all go to the tavern and get some gun.
No,
At
gum.
some point. Yeah.
Gum.
Oh,
I think he
gum.
said gum.
I was like, that's like confusing too.
It's a dark
I'm gonna take the little vial that Murray gave me that had
Yours vile.
the little potion. You are vile, Murray. Murray, do you hear me? There's and I'm gonna pour a little bit of the potion of invulnerability that I have in my backpack into it, and I'm gonna hand it to them. Be like, this will, when you need it the most, if you're facing something that you are truly frightened of, drink this and it will help you. Then I'm going to pull the ring of Karenbane, I think we named it, off my finger. And I'm going to give it to one of them and just be like, this will help you to understand how the people around you are feeling and perhaps teach you a bit of empathy. I now understand how banshees feel. I understand how some monsters experience the world, and it's given me true insight into the world around me.
That ring was cursed, right? Can you actually pull it off your finger?
You can
I don't know
try.
if curse
Actually, that's
items
the point. You need a
get
will
stuck in
save.
this or not.
Oh, wisdom save. Sorry.
Oh, a wisdom save. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
It's like, whoa.
let's see. Let's
You just-
see how I do on
That's a
this.
strong will.
All right, a 15.
Okay.
Missed it by that much.
Oh!
Target
Well,
number
I
16.
suppose. Oh my god.
This is the worst. retelling- This is the worst retelling of Brave Little Toaster I could ever imagine. Hey, are we letting this happen? What is going on, please?
Oh, if you needed a 16 for the first time, I could actually use my masterpiece song for the +1 luck bonus.
Oh my god.
Very well.
I want it.
You may then bequeath the ring of ring of Karin, which allows you to empathize with other creatures. Apparently, it is a ring built for Karens, not made by Karens. And banana, what was it? Banana Split wears it. Crabapple takes your vial, and Sour Grapes has your sliver of jerky that he's sucking on. As the three demon fruits look to you, they say,
We will not forget this.
"Yeah, you better watch out." No, that's not what I mean.
Oh, you better watch out too. Well, those are
Crabapple
buns.
has become apple
And-
crisp.
They, you watch as they then start to slink away. As they do, you watch as Crabapple sort of like turns sideways and scuttles like a crab, like in the sideways direction.
Yeah.
You know, you're like,
Oh,
you're basically like, you know what? I think they're gonna be okay. And then suddenly you hear this off in the distance.
I'm going to shout sort of into the distance. Don't go anywhere near Morton Kanan. He's going to try to steal you.
Born
having
free,
Yeah,
Having
that's
understanding
right.
of this,
as the
I'm
wind
shocked to
blows. And you watch as
Ipsilis
they
is-
in the distance.
Yeah, I'm like, where are they going? What just happened?
Well, they're charmed by the spell, but when it ends, whether they choose to remain friendly with us depends on how we've treated them during this period. So by giving them their free agency now,
They're friendly to
they're more
Demiro,
likely
not to Ipsilis.
Yeah. Oh, we like that.
it's actually to all of my allies as well.
We've turned them
So if
into
any-
like creatures and they've walked
I'd
off.
say that was friendly enough.
Yeah, well, it's one of those
I
where
think
it's like
we'll-
we
They didn't kill us.
I think we'll
we
see them again.
definitely. I mean, we've created allies. That doesn't necessarily mean that they'll travel with us. So that's okay.
Well,
I'm glad that you decided you needed to rob me of my fruit, baby.
It's also an opportunity because we got a magic item
Actually,
bag from chat.
I actually comfort Ypsilis here at this moment. Yes, I'm going to miss them too. They were always my backup plan if we were starving.
Speaking
I
of which,
just-
Argento
I
just
was gonna,
walks
like,
off to go
Gonna
eat
give
them.
him like as a like there's like a gentle sort of tear happening. I'm just gonna pat Argento on the back. No, I'm like, always so practical. I truly appreciate the value things.
I'll be back. I'm just going over here. Don't worry about my.
Don't mind me. I'm just walking off screen.
All right. Well, after a night of rest and recuperation, which I am definitely saying is enough for a long rest,
Okay.
Hooray.
Hooray.
our heroes find themselves setting out from the village of Barovia, spending the night in the inn for meager accommodations. You wake up the next morning, have a hearty breakfast, and leave Vagag.
No, I know. I just wanted to bring up that someone in chat did a magic item bag thing.
I know.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Pull it together, Vagag.
I will get there. I mean,
Okay.
I will get there. I will get there. All right. As you begin to leave town, you are approached by what looks to be a small child. However, this child is very familiar. There is an ancient and evil look in her eye. You remember this child as the vampiric daughter of the poor woman who was stricken by the vampiric curse, the one whom you fought within the confines of her house and slayed in cold blood while freeing her mother from vampirism.
I was going
She
to
is
say,
now-
turn to ash.
She is now about, instead of being an infant, she is now
Oh,
about,
wait. We had the head.
she is now,
We carried the head around for a bit.
she is now 6 years old and
Like to be
looking at you
marvelous.
up and down.
As
She
soon
holds
as
it-
I see her with this evil aura, I'm just gonna be like,
If you do not let me
Remind
finish
me of
my
my
description,
baby.
I will take the rose clippers that she has in her dresser and I will make you a eunuch.
Oh,
I mean, you can try.
She- You just got that thing, you know? Don't make me cut it off. So the little girl now looks to be at around about 10 years old. She wears a very simple peasant dress and is carrying a small basket in which you find a bushel of black roses with a pair of pruning shears upon them. She looks you up and down. It takes her a moment, but she recognizes you, and a faint smile creeps across her jaw.
Do we recognize her?
Yes, though again, it's mostly because as she smiles, you see that glint from the vampiric tooth.
And
That head looks familiar.
it was
You can also
only
see that
ever-
there is the scar still around the neck as well. Sorry, Esther.
It was only ever Argento and Demir that ever met her, right? Esther
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
the
Correct.
drag and God,
Me
we
and
don't
you
know
were
if
at the
she's an
church,
evil
yeah.
child, but they actually know
And
who she is.
then I think
Okay.
we buried her head at the church because we didn't know what else to do with it.
I don't know if you even ever told us about the daughter.
I think we did.
No, I think we mentioned it in passing.
Because we
Well-
carried the mother home and then
Well,
the daughter
we're
was
seeing
like,
the child now. What are we doing when we see the child now?
What is your reaction?
Well, I must
Yeah.
say, I didn't expect to see you again.
hello there.
Hello.
Nice to see you all grown up, sort of.
Well,
Would you like to ask her another question, Argento?
Sure, another one.
I must say that I am surprised to see you as well. I was fairly sure that after our last meeting, that Strahd was going to kill you.
Oh, This is new.
Oh.
Do tell, my dear. What did they do to
Turns out the world
Strahd?
is- Turns out the world is full of surprises.
How many want to kill us?
But do not worry. I'm not here to start a fight. I'm here because
And we don't want to lose our heads here. Let's just be,
Oh my
you
god.
know.
she snarls at you a little.
Just be civil about this. We're not here to get crazy.
Just keep your head on.
I apologize for the idiots that I'm with. I'm gonna take like the water skin, and I'm gonna see if maybe there's just like 1 or 2 little drops of blood left, and just like look at her and be like, "You're a vampire, yes?"
She's definitely a vampire.
She says, yes.
Oh, well, that's fun. Here, I've got a few little drops left of blood from the plane of blood itself. Would you like that?
Thanks, but no thanks.
Oh,
I believe. I'm just gonna look at her. I believe she was trying to tell us something. What were you saying?
I was trying to tell you that someone is searching the town for people who have been touched by the taint of Strahd. I smelled Strahd's castle, and I thought maybe there were others like me. I had hoped that maybe Strahd had gotten you and turned, but clearly you're still human.
it's
Yes,
true.
you're-
So
you're-
you
you're
have smelled
fairly-
Strahd's taint? Is that
You're
what you're saying?
you're fairly unique as far as
that's
we've
the thing.
seen so far.
That is
Uh,
because I am not just vampire anymore. You saw to that.
So how are you not controlled by Strahd?
As I said, I am no longer just any kind of vampire. She reveals her neck and shows you that her head was cut clean off. Anyone who wishes
I wonder
to
if that-
may make a religion check.
I think.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I wonder if that cut
No.
her off from Strahd's influence, metaphorically and physically.
I'll try. Ooh, I have a decent mood.
Oh, that's
Okay.
good.
No.
Nope.
Oh my God, what is it with threes?
Damn, we don't know nothing.
I'll go for a hero. I'll use my other hero point. My goodness.
Nice.
All right, you can use your hero point.
I don't think it's gonna help. Probably. I don't know. This is really gonna. Oh, never
Oh, yeah,
mind.
that's gonna
Never mind.
Correct.
You're good
All right.
now.
Very well done. Esther. Let me just get that hero point from you real quick. There we go.
Let's do a couple
All right.
slides to it.
Now, as you look at her, she is no longer simply a member of the undead. She is actually a revenant. However, while most revenants tend to go cuckoo crazy and hunt down those who murdered them, she seems to be quite lucid about her current condition.
Well, we were actually trying to save her and her mother at the time when she was younger anyway. So maybe that counts for something. And I think when she attacked us,
We're
she
actually gonna take
basically,
it back and see if we can find a way to cure this.
Yeah. but I think when she turned and then attacked us, she basically became mindless at that point.
Yeah.
So do we know that revenants like come back for a specific, like to take revenge on a specific person? Like we've run into revenants before.
You have
We've met
absolutely
one
run
revenant.
into revenants before. Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
The thing is like undead generally don't come back as undead. But revenants are kind of like when the spirit doesn't really rest properly and then the body gets animated in order to fulfill its final purpose. this is an oddity, to say the least.
I'm just gonna look. Yeah, go ahead.
Also, in case people have a trigger warning for little girls, trigger warning. Boop.
Hey. I want to approach. First, I want to see the black roses that she has, like the bushel of. Do they look like the Well, I imagine they're going to, but does it remind me of the black rose that Brimhammer, the werewolf, had like thrown at our feet when we were at Argynvost?
Exactly the same.
So kind of a symbol of broken bonds almost, or at least vengeance of some sorts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, now we've got a couple of things to go through. Number 1, insight bonus. Again, knowing that she's a revenant and knowing that she is out to murder you, she's still not attacking you. As to the why is still a mystery. However, it does appear that the flowers, though maybe a symbol of vengeance, aren't for you either. She seems just as confused to have bumped into you as anything else. Almost as if she was here to meet someone or something else. And maybe that your line of questioning should lean towards that kind of inquiry.
My dear, as I don't know you, but you obviously know some of my companions. Do tell, what are you doing here in Barovia?
In Barovia? My mother gave birth to me here.
Mm.
After she had a dalliance with Strahd.
Who's your mother?
Why don't you ask them?
Oh dear.
Well, her
Esther kind of finally realizes, Bree, your mother was Bree.
Yeah, her mother was attacked, and we actually took her to the church and performed a ritual to save her.
My
We did
mother
actually
and
cure
I were
her.
supposed to be together. She was never supposed to leave me. That's why I turned her. She was supposed to stay with me forever. But then you came along.
Oh.
And you stopped it. Now she hates me. She's afraid of me. She doesn't want anything to do with me. Well, until I talk to her. Now she never leaves me.
Oh.
Turned her back.
Well, that's lovely. There's, where is she now?
At this point, you take a moment and you pause to look at the roses a little closer. The basket is deep, but there don't seem to be as many roses as would fill the basket. You think you see a glint of black raven hair piercing from beneath the roses.
Is that your mother's head?
Her fangs grow larger as she says, Mother is sensitive about her condition.
Oh, yes, of course. I totally understand. I just had some fruit babies myself. They grew up and they went on their own. I'm definitely feeling a little separation anxiety myself. Yes, but we do like to keep things we love close, don't we?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. So what are you and your mother doing here in Barovia? And he's just sort of unfazed by this, like carrying around like the head of a vanquished foe or something you love is like, it's a thing that happens in the hells. It's just, yeah, it's fine.
Those who share in Strahd's blood can hear the call.
Oh. Which call would this be?
A call to Ravenloft. We've all been summoned. I'm not like the others. My blood is mixed I was hoping to find someone who could tell me what Strahd was doing. I was afraid. I was worried he might punish Mum and me for leaving.
Oh. Well, if he's a good parent, he won't do that. One should allow their kin to go out into the world and explore it on their own. Don't you think?
That's not how that works. Those who
Eh?
are in service to Strahd are not family. They are slave to his whim, much as your fingernail can't tell you where to go, nor can your hair control where the breeze will take it. You are part of Strahd's blood or not, are nothing.
Well, I'm glad you gained some agency then.
I've had some time to reflect.
Yes. Well, I mean, certainly we could go and explore that. We were on our way down to the river to see what's going on in that neck of the woods. It seems like there's just 70 crises that all need attention right at this very moment.
I had been at kind of like eye level with her. I kind of look into my bag and I pull out the bookmark.
And then you pull out the bookmark.
The bookmark that Sir Tem had given me right before I left. And then I try to. What is I can't always remember the inscription on it. Look. It was something about look and find. Look. You need only look to Ravenloft to be there or something. Can't remember the exact inscription.
To be honest, me neither. But I know the amulet you're talking about.
The bookmark.
Plato, Vratu, Nectar.
I just. You need information. You need to know what's going on to protect you and your mother. I don't know if this will help, but if there's some way we can figure out what's going on, we will tell you.
She reaches into the bag and pulls out into the basket and pulls out 5 of the roses. She then takes a bite out of her arm. A huge swallow as she pulls, and black ichor mixed with red begins to pour out of the wound. She then pours it over the flowers, and she begins to recite words. Rasno Vitsendir, let not the camber score. Levantir motoske nevan, lemotsker netonurvan. As this happens, the roses come back to life. Vibrant, red, beautiful, almost as what's the word? Almost as joyful as they would have been, still attached to the branches. She hands the flowers to you and says, These will hide you against Strahd.
Oh.
I do not care what the Count's plans are. But know that while his gaze is not fixed directly upon you, his agents, or any of his minions, you will smell and appear as he is under your command, as you are under his command.
I take the roses and then I take one of the cloaks of Elvenkind that Bildraff had given us because he had given us 4, and I kind of roll up the bottom a bit and kind of pin it up so that it's more tailored to her size. would this do you any good, child?
No. But thank you. Now you and your friends take care.
You
Because-
too.
Because it's dangerous out there. And she turns and walks away. Now, this encounter comes courtesy of none other than Lord Garthon. Thank you so much for your magic bag drop. The magic bag is basically where we find a magic item that is relevant, that will help the group and the party in their current endeavors. As we were kind of in an interlude, as it were, seemed like a good idea to give you this at the time. While in possession of one of these roses, Strahd cannot perceive you through reflective mirrors. Flat out. That's the ability.
Ooh.
As soon as it is not on your person, then he can see you. Also, take care, Karen. We love you, Karen. And we will hopefully see you soon. And also, Yavandir, welcome in, and thank you for the plot twist. Let us find out what that plot twist might be. You get a choice of one of the following plot twists that we then insert into the game. Your plot twist choices are sloth and sudden recollection. You may choose one of these two, and they will be implemented into the game. Thank you for the plot twist. Plot twist. Esther.
Just curious, as she's leaving, did it seem like she was trying to get information and just like stay away from Strahd, like people, so that she wouldn't get hurt, or was it more just she was kind of wandering at the moment?
The first thing.
So she is trying to like find a place to be safe.
Yeah.
Okay. Then before she leaves, I asked if she would want to have the bracelet I have so that she could go to the Vistani and they would know that we were cool with her.
You know she's a vampire, right?
Yeah, but like there wasn't there a Vistani that was like there was a specific group of them somewhere that they had. Maybe I'm forgetting wrong. Never mind. I may be misplacing something in my head. Sorry about that.
No, it's fine. It's just like, I mean, you could set the wolf among the sheep, but I thought they were your friends.
I was trying to think of something, but never mind. Sorry,
Not for
my head
long.
got distracted. Never mind about that.
So, moving right along. Now, further outside of camp, with a kind of a strange feeling, kind of in their hearts. You kind of aren't entirely sure. Should we have let the Revenant go? I mean, clearly the grudge is against us, right? Like, she killed
Fruit Teens go, so
yeah, it was kind of like well, I guess we'll have to see if that comes back to bite us in the ass. But for now, however, she seems to have helped you at least for some measure. Now, you begin to make your way through the countryside. Let's have a look at our countryside, shall we? The countryside of Barovia is wide but filled with a glorious variety of beautifully changing landscapes. There we go. As our heroes find themselves traveling from the village of Barovia, here we go. Making their way for the better part of 2 days, or a day and a half, should I say, until eventually they reach the river. Well, I can't put that there, but yeah, there. All right. Ignore that. Don't worry about that. Sorry about that, little guy. All right. Now, as our heroes have been traveling, they eventually come to this kind of almost ruined crossing out in the wild. The air is damp and the sound of the river sloshing and moving is all that you hear coming from behind you. All right. Whenever you're ready, tell me what you'd like to do.
Bagag's just been for the good past of the day and a half has been kind of studying that journal.
The journal tells you much about the rituals of creating an armored guardian, where you would first start by bloodletting yourself to the point of near death before imbibing yourself with preservative fluids like formaldehyde and the like. After which, bleeding yourself again with the use of sacred ritualistic tools and the like, before welding bits and pieces of you into a fresh and hot-burning Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
It is an excruciating process you are reading, but that is all you pick up for now. All right. As you come to the river, you hear a voice yell out. Hold on, let me see if I can get this right. Hold! Come no further. You trespass along the lands of the mighty Magi. Turn away and be gone from this place, lest you taint it with your unholiness.
I'm gonna clear my throat and be like, let me see if I can get this right. Oh, great Magi. I seek parley with you in this your place of power in order to come to a thing where we think of the same thing and we do the thing that we both enjoy and is good for us.
What my
I
good friend
say,
is trying
you
to say
knave,
is
do
that,
you
is
mock
that-
me?
What he's trying to say is that you brought wine.
That as well, yes.
I am neither moved by your acts at humor, nor am I shaken by your chicanery, and that does smell like good wine, but I have much more to give while maintaining my purity.
Oh, well.
For my body
That does sound difficult.
is a temple,
Oh.
as is the place that I call home.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
How many-
Where's the temple?
How many temples are there?
Esther.
Can we pinpoint the voice or see anything at all? Or just like this is just like an ambient sound of leave?
Deception check.
Okay. Like it was like
Mhm.
Megamind voice booming voice.
Mega.
It is.
Okay. Oh, why did I do two?
We'll go with the first one.
Why did I do? I didn't do. Did I do two?
That was nature.
No, that
Why
was.
did I- What is happening? Why is my here? Why is my?
Alright. Well, what you see,
It would have been an 18 with the 10. I don't know what happened.
There's another fruit.
He's a pear.
alright.
Oh my god.
Emerging from the shadows,
See, I'm not the only one that has the idea of awakening fruit.
Right?
emerging from the shadows nearby, or at least hiding in the shadows nearby, you see a knight with the head of a pear, who says, "Now see here. This land here belongs to the Magi, not I. For I am simply but the keeper of this grove. And so long as the Magi sees fit to till these fertile lands, I shall protect it with my very life. Should I say my
I
peri
just-
life?
God.
We've
I'm just
actually,
gonna start crying. Like just crying. Just my fruit baby. Stop. It's all grown up. I love you so much.
What is wrong with that one?
He's had a hard week.
He's had a very unusual day.
It's just okay. It's okay.
We
Fruit
have come
babies
here
grew
to
up,
actually
moved away.
visit the Magi.
I heard none of that.
He just lost some
either.
fruit babies. They grew up.
I'm
and
gonna explain. In very teary words, I'm gonna explain to the Pear Knight what has happened with the awakening, with the traveling with the fruit and the awakening, and allowing them to head off into the world on their own as they desired, and me missing them already.
Thou'st awoke the demonic fiends of fruit?
Well, no, they're very nice.
They weren't actually demons. that we
Thou
know of.
found thy gluttonous spirit of hunger and malice, bore its fruit children, and then saw fit to bestow an intelligence upon thee.
Yes.
Thou art aware that these creatures and entities are nothing but beings of hunger and malice that eat to create more of its vile kin before dying and recreating even more.
Well, no, they were just very cute.
Cute! They are a blight upon the land. They are vermin. They are an invasive species. Twere this the great land of Australia, thou wouldn't be allowed to bring them to customs.
Well, I don't. I think you're being very rude about my fruit babies.
If what thy say is true, then we are all doomed. Perhaps I should take you to see the mage. Mayhaps he is able to make sense of the coming cataclysm that thou'st have wrought. Come.
I mean,
Well, we figured we couldn't really make things worse than Strahd has. But, if we can, then maybe we have some great power that can defeat Strahd.
Oh, that's true.
This is not unreasonable thinking. Alas, 'twas a already preconceived thought, one that the mage had considered once before. An army that can be tilled from the soil, sparing the loss of life. But soon he realized that the lives that he bore, be it from fruit or man, all life is sacred. But come, you may ask him yourself. You may call me Sir Percival.
Oh, I love that. It's so much. Lead the way, Sir Percival.
Yeah, go on, try and hold
Percival,
it in, Kyle.
that's Percival is
Say it 3
appropriate
times and
name
don't
for-
smile.
Percival.
Percival is not a name for fruit. You need to be something like Pear Trap or something like that. Something that's
Wait, it's are you dissing the snap's name? Like,
I'm sorry, he's just told me that my fruit babies are a scourge upon the land, is what he has said.
he
I
did very
fed
much
them
say
from
that.
my own water skin.
Yes.
My
Well,
own
perhaps we
water
should
skin of
leave
blood
for
from
the
the
Magi.
plane of blood. They suckled.
I look first to Argento and I just kind of whispered, "Are you gonna start talking like him soon enough?"
It's possible.
Possible. It's very possible. This might happen. I'm a bit concerned for it, but we'll see how it goes.
except instead of fruit puns, we'll get
I
dragon
think it's
puns.
quite nice that
Argento,
some Steve
what's
Perry's
in your
taking us on a journey.
mouth? Are you
Sorry,
not
Tim?
chewing on Sir Percival already, are you?
Steve.
I just noticed that Argento was already masticating something. And it just happened
I-
to be a new fruit thing.
I haven't secretly taken a bite out of Sir Steve Perry yet.
No.
Just straight up starts eating him. All right.
Oh my god. You just
I'm leaving.
murdered.
I'm going to catch up with Sir Percival. Y'all keep talking about eating people. I'm just gonna go.
Yeah.
They're
just-
all tasty.
We are knights
everyone's
of
being
the same.
rude. just yelling at
Actually,
you,
yeah, what
calling
order is
my-
he from?
So where did he get his knighthood from? Like, what is it just made up? Like by the man?
Well, he says,
Knights of the
well, you see, my knighthood came from the mage. One of the only true warriors to ever stand true and fast against the evil forces that were Strahd. There were others, the great dragon Argynvast. Heroes and champions from other realms, and more. But alas, no matter the strength that we wielded against him, Strahd prevailed. We were granted knighthoods, those of us who fought in that great war, guiding the others, attempting to restore that which we have lost, our honor. Over time, I fear that many of my kin have already fallen in battle, but I remain unspoiled, always willing to serve the mage.
That's just peachy.
So are you saying that you and the mage are Knights of the Silver Dragon?
No, we are not members of that particular order. Come, as I mentioned, you will learn more in but a few moments' time. As he takes you, eventually, you are led to a small and unassuming field by the river. Now, at this river, washing his clothes while in his underwear, appears to be a strange balding wizard. Esther, you recognize this individual as the exact same individual that you had encountered breaking into your hut. Master, I have returned. Oh, Talking Bear. Hello. Yes, Master, it is I, Sir Percival. These visitors have come to see you, and they have brought grave news. Have you seen my pants? I keep trying to find them, but I keep wondering why I don't have them on me. They're rather embarrassing, you know. Great and powerful Magi, your pants are in the river. You were washing them when you turned around in order to address us. They are currently being stolen away by a minnow. Shall I retrieve them? Oh no, my pants! Fear not, for I, Sir Percival, shall take on this mighty quest. Halt, foul fishy fiend! And he gallops off. Oh my. What a nice fruit. I should make him a fruit basket. Maybe not.
Yeah, it seems a little odd. This.
Oh my goodness, there are
Hello?
people here. Hello. Nice
How
to...
are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing well, thank you. Who might you be?
I'm Ipsalis, Fruit Daddy.
Ipsalis.
As it were, until recently.
Oh, are you sad?
I am.
Would you like some fruit? I grow fruit out here.
Oh, I'd love some.
He hands you a tomato.
little tomato. Look at you. He's just sort of going to start talking to his tomato.
It's a regular tomato.
Yeah, it's just you.
He's
Remind
just
me.
talking to a tomato.
You remind me of my babies. Yes, you do.
I'm known as Magog. I am a teacher at the Fairhaven College.
A teacher. Oh, that is fascinating. I used to be a teacher once. Yes, I used to teach the alphabet, I think. A, B, C, D. GhiJKLMNO Quixicotl.
P. P is next.
No, I've already gone
Just
today.
like 5 letters.
Oh, well,
Yes,
that's
I don't
good.
require a tinkle.
Well,
What?
oh,
Very quickly, it dawns
Yes.
upon you why this individual was referred to as the Mad Mage.
but is there something that you're doing out here that's interesting and delightful?
Yes. I was washing my pants, but they
Yes.
seem to have gone.
Oh.
Have you seen my pants?
I have not, but I believe a little pair went after them.
A little pair. Well, it is a pair of pants.
Oh, yes. A pair with a pair. Yes. As it were.
Esther?
Wait, let me see what the range of this spell is. Would he allow us to? Is he allowing us to get closer, or just kind of having to keep our distance? Like, are we able to walk forward, or are we still kind of? Away?
Well, he hasn't stopped you.
Okay. So if we are walking forward, I'm just gonna keep walking forward. Would I imagine that greater restoration would do anything in this situation?
Maybe.
Okay. Let me see real quick.
Do the thing.
Do the thing. Oh, wait, no, I don't know if I can do it yet because that's the diamond. I don't know if I think I have the gold piece, I don't have the diamond.
I think
but-
I know what happened to him though.
Don't you have a package to give to him?
Oh, wait. First, is your name Morden Kanan? Is your name Morden Kanan?
Morden Kane, well, that's a bit of a tongue twister. I sure hope not. I lost my name. Have you seen it?
It might be in this box. You should check.
This box,
I show him the box.
Wait a moment. Why do you have this box? Why do you have this box? To what end do you have this box? Why have you brought this before me? Who do you work for? What powerful sorcery is this?
No one. We don't work for anyone. How do you know what this is? I don't even know what this is.
You've come from him, haven't you? Yes,
Who?
yes, that's what it is. You wish to bring me harm.
Oh dear.
Oh, you're Morden Kanan. You're a magnificent wizard.
Stop it! As he yells, there is a booming sound as fire erupts and sets fire to the tops of the trees nearby. The leaves themselves burn a brilliant purple color before extinguishing in a second wave of a shock that erupts from his body, creating a wind of cold.
Well, okay, we can put the box away. Yes,
Yeah,
there's
put it away.
it's nothing to see here. Where are your pants?
He says, It is far too late for that.
He remembers.
You work for them. You work
For
for
who?
them all. And I
No,
cannot.
it's just a merchant.
I won't allow you. No, yes. Yes, he wants to finish me. And he doesn't wish to do it himself. He wishes to send his agents to fight me. Well, if a fight is what you want, then you've come to the right place. For fight is what you shall get. As he stretches his arms out, again, keeping in mind, this man only is wearing a thin pair of underwear right now. As he gestures his hands, Vagog, you are the only person who remains. You ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Uh-oh.
Oh dear.
Now,
Oh, is he? Oh,
surrounding the entire area of the forest is a dome of purple energy with the symbol on the floor with 12 pointed sides. And you watch as he casts Time Stop.
Oh shit.
And Vigog, you're the only one capable of moving in here, as every one of your allies is frozen. The leaves falling from the trees, the little embers and icicles are caught in midair. You see a grasshopper just hanging in the air as well, and the water has taken a still turn. And we will return next week to find out what happens as Vigog, our spellcaster, enters his very first wizard duel against none other than the Mad Mage of Mount Baratok.
Oh my gosh, what?
Don't eat or drink anything, you will get poisoned.
Turns out all the highest magic level spells don't do anything. All you need to do is offer Vigog some like arsenic, and he just
Yeah.
Now, finally, before we go on, the reason why Vigog is able to function is because we got our lovely plot twist from Yavandir, which was sudden recollection. As soon as Mordenkainen began to cast his time stop ability, Vigog, you had a sudden flash of inspiration, remembering the counter spell for this. While you couldn't counter the spell entirely and dispel it, you were able to protect yourself thanks to our lovely, lovely audience member. So thank you for that. We did have a couple of inspirations, which were not claimed for today, which were from Soteris and Flako Bama. And I'm going to instead award those inspiration points because we didn't have too many rolls, and that was on me, not you. I'm going to give an inspiration to, let's see, a hero point. I'm going to give a hero point to 1, 2, 3. Let's see which one of our players who does not have a hero point currently will get it. It will be number 3, Esther.
Yay!
Nice.
All right, so Esther, you have recovered a hero point thanks to our audience as well. Boom. There we go. All right. Well, as we sign out, let's give a very, very quick rundown of favorite moments, and of course, if you have your own channels and own things to plug, we'll plug those as well. So, let's start with our dear friend Kyle. Kyle, memorable moment for today, and where people can find you.
Oh, my memorable moment. I loved the vampire. I love little vampire girl. I thought that was just delightful with the with the glowing eyes and the fun fabulous flowers. There's obviously my least favorite moment was that filthy pear night that disparaged my babies. And you can find me over at Plain Nerd Allies or at the Foundation for Inclusivity in Gaming. We strive to decolonize the TTRPG space. And our first thing is I'm really, really excited about this. We have started doing Magnificent Mythologies where we bring on a creator of color and we talk about a non-European myth. And then we actually create an adventure on stream based on that myth. And the first one we did was at the beginning of February, and we are about to, in 2 weeks, we're going to be publishing our first venture, and then we're going to be doing it once a week, and all the proceeds go to help creators of color in the space. So I am very, very excited about that. And if you want to find out any more about that, you can go to Plain Nerd Allies, or you can go to figforall.org.
Very nice. Next up, Charles.
Yeah, I'm going to have to follow Kyle here. I think the Vampire Girl was fun for me simply because of the connection that we had with her previously. It kind of touched on a point too where she talked about being basically a slave, and that doesn't sit right with Argento. So it was a weird moment for the character that just thinking along the lines of how basically I'm supposed to hate her because she's a vampire, but there's this commonality between the both of us that's I guess a kinship in a weird way. I know what it's like to be enslaved and to have a master, and yeah, that's not really cool for me. So it's kind of a weird full circle thing, and that was a really cool part of today's adventure. I think it was fun having that interaction with her.
And you've come back from the dead.
Yeah, yeah,
Very true. All right.
very
Magog.
close.
Yes, my favorite moment has to definitely be when we gave intelligence to the fruit babies just for them to just leave. It's just be like, we went through all this stuff, and it's like, yes, they just gained intelligence, and they're like, we're gonna go on our own adventure, and that was just awesome because it's like now we might meet them later on, but we might have to fight them. You never know.
You're not fighting my fucking babies.
I didn't say I was gonna fight them. And yes, you can find me over at Immersion Diversion. I play games, I play tabletops, I bring the immersion to you.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
Domiro.
Yeah, I always like it when there's like recurring characters that pop back in from ages past. You almost expected to see her walking down the street on the shoulder of the troll or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can't help but wonder if we might, meet Strahd again at like maybe a feast, and we find at the center of the table an array of fruits that are now at like Strahd's side, working with him.
Oh, fruit baby
no.
sidekicks.
That'd be
Oh,
kind of
no.
cool. I mean, that's kind of how these sorts of things work, right? With the whole recurring characters and stuff. All right, and Esther.
Well, well, I did have to get up and just kind of walk for a bit midway through the game from that, but I think
So many fruit puns. Sorry.
anyway, let me think. I did in general like I did enjoy piecing everything together, kind of the different threads, because first with Murray explaining more in depth the situation with Irina, then meeting Bree's daughter again, and now kind of understanding what has happened to Morton Canyon, kind of a lot of interesting revelations, I imagine.
Oh, all right. Sorry, I thought that was sorry, I thought that was leading into other things. Okay. I think. No, go on.
You said to say where we are, or
Yeah.
oh, sorry. That meant like socials?
Yeah, socials.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was very confused what that meant. I don't have anything besides I post my animatics on YouTube, so that's about it.
And they have very fantastic animatics, so do be sure
Say,
to check that out.
they're
And
fabulous.
follow Esther on Twitter under McBluff as well. Esther. Follow Mac
Yes,
under.
I have a Twitter account for Esther. I type as Esther.
Yeah, that's it. Take two. That's you know what? I will.
And
I
now
will.
you
Thank
two
you.
could become a fanatic.
Thank you, Ovarian. All right. As for me, my most memorable moment, I've got to say, I really, really liked I liked the interactions with Percival. Like, I thought he was actually, I thought there was, like, it was actually kind of fun to play this, like, very out of place kind of character. And then when Ipsella started, like, doing the voice, that was also kind of funny. And then, you told him about everything, and it was just like, oh no, like, yeah, it was like the escalating growth of concern for this poor dude. So that was a lot of fun. We can't give Dag inspiration, Mal. You can't give Dags
What?
inspiration. You can give players inspiration. You give Dags jinx points. That's how it works. But anyway, I
You
digress.
deserve all the jinx points, Dag. You deserve all the jinx points.
Thank you. I have all the jinx points.
We should get a little token for the wheel points we get.
For the wheel points. Well, actually,
Yeah,
I
so
do.
we
I
know
do have.
that.
I do
Oh,
have something
yeah.
in mind. I haven't finished making it because I want to make an animation for it. So I'm working on stuff.
Ooh,
There's stuff working. It's working for it.
okay,
All
cool.
right. Well, without any further ado, we are now going to go and raid. We are going to go and raid a new channel. We haven't raided these guys before. It's called All Mountain, and they're currently doing prep for Storm King's Thunder, which is a D&D 5th edition adventure module. So we're going to go check these guys out, see how it is, and yeah. There you go. There you go. So stay tuned for the raid. As always, it's a great way to earn channel points, which you can use for those big dag dollary-do purchases, like, for example, inspiration, as well as, plot twists and more other really, really cool stuff. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for spending your evening or your morning or whatever time of day it happens to be with you. It means the absolute world. Till we meet again, as always, stay safe, stay wonderful, and till we meet again, as always, from me to you, game hard. Or die trying. Bye, everyone.
Bye.